Welcome, everyone, to a brand new season of NBA basketball. I'm sure you're as excited as all of us are here at 2K Sports as we get ready to start the season in style. This is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brent Beard. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sideline. It's the Miami Heat and the Orlando Magic. And with tip-off coming up, we've got just enough time to hear from our good friend David Aldridge on the sideline. D.A., take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, the Miami Heat has established that high standard for fitness. Even Eric Spoelstra has gotten into it in his late 40s. The Heat coach says when he's working out, I'm in a different place. The physical, emotional, and mental benefits, I'm hooked. Kevin?
As hard as he works, great that he takes care of himself, too. D.A., thank you. Evident in this one, Brent, the youth movement in full effect. What advice would you have for inexperienced players who have to take on bigger roles?
The thing I always talk to younger players about, Kevin, is always accentuate the positives. Do what you do best and show that off as consistently as possible. And then take the summers to improve your weaknesses. Players always improve the most during their off season. But when coaches are asking you to accentuate your positives, stay right in that role and be the best you can with that. Work on the weaknesses in the offseason.
Helps, too, if you have a coach who's in that mindset of developing and showing some patience.
Well, not only a coach, Kevin, I'll go as far as to say that sometimes when you have a young player get drafted, for him to have a mentor automatically on that first team that he's with, starting his first 3 or 4 years in the league, is vitally important. And you'll see, if you go through track records, some of the most successful teams have had veterans in position where the young star is trying to find his footing.
So the opening lineup for the Heat. Down low, it's Johnson and Whiteside. Dragic and Waiters, they're the backcourt. And it's Richardson in at the 3 slot. Fournier's shot is off. Waiters inside the three-point line, and it's off the back rim, no good.
And that's really a function of the offense not working as it should.
Yeah, maybe lazy play calling or just going through the motions on that possession. This often leads to a bad shot.
Now here is Augustine. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. They get Hassan Whiteside.
Well, this Heat organization has had such a great run of success under their owner, Mickey Harrison, and what Pat Riley has done to pour the foundation of the culture around Miami. This is not a team that likes to throw away any chance to compete or any season for that matter.
First free throw is good. And memories of the Big Three era of Bosh and Wade and LeBron James still fresh, Brent, in the memory of the Heat organization.
Well, more fresh in the memory of the fans of the Miami Heat. The organization trying to do their best to move forward and move on. Of course, that team 4 straight finals appearances, won 2 NBA championships. They want to get back to that level. They know they got to find some talent and some diamonds in the rough and trying to figure out a path to get there.
No good. The Magic go the other way with it. This game against Miami here, their first look at the Heat.
2 conference rivals. I mean, they'll play each other a total of 4 times this season.
And guys, this first meeting always sort of sets the tone for how the rest of the season series will play out. For teams that know each other this well, this initial game is a big one.
Now, here's Isaac. He's covered closely. Gordon kicks to Vucevic. Over Whiteside, and Whiteside sends it back.
Well, those kind of shots should come with a warning label. Caution, Hassan Whiteside is around. He's simply one of the best shot blockers in the league.
Now here's Johnson. In the corner, it's Richardson. 5 on the clock. Miami needs to get a shot off. There's Dragic with the 3, and Vucevic pulls it down.
And right now they're like a light switch in the off position. 1 of 5 so far. Not an ideal start.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
For Miami, they've gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. Outside a screen. Dragic against Augustine. Waiters gets a wide open look. Miami no good on that time either.
And that's a clean shot, too. You got to sink those. He must be disappointed that he blew that chance.
The Heat trail by 5. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Well, Johnson's tenacity meter right now redlining. He loves taking the punishment and finishing through it.
Josh Richardson, the 40th overall pick, Brent, back in 2015, a hardworking young player who's had a lot of good veteran mentors in this Miami Heat locker room.
Yeah, and he took advantage not only of what Dwayne Wade said to him, but the time that Dwayne Wade wasn't playing, he stepped in and seized an opportunity to get those minutes. He's had some scorching hot shooting numbers, too. His rookie year was phenomenal, and it came in and drew attention from guys from the three-point line, so looking to be consistent on that end.
And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. Raiders against Fournier. Now here is Augustine. Defense right on him. Pass to Vucevic. Over Whiteside. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark. And what a story for Hassan Whiteside. A second-round pick back in 2011. He's bounced around. I mean, the G League, China. He even played over in Lebanon. It wasn't until 2015 that he emerged seemingly out of nowhere as a factor for the Miami Heat.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw, good, Whiteside.
One of the areas where we've seen Whiteside improve is that free throw percentage. Much better than when he first came into the NBA.
Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. Augustine in the corner. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. They get it again, and it's Vucevic missing.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
And Whiteside in 2016 receiving a 4-year max contract break from the Heat.
Amazing how far he's come. Set the franchise record for most blocks in a game. And pretty impressive when you think of the big men who played for the Heat. We're talking Lonzo Mourning and Shaquille O'Neal, no less.
And it's the Magic with the ball. Heat knocking down the tray. Fournier with the ball. And it's Waiters picking him up. Here's Vucevic. Another miss by Vucevic.
That's like milk on a hot day. Just a bad decision. Absolutely no reason for him to be taking those shots.
Rebounded by Isaac. Orlando trailing here. He feeds it to Augustine. And stolen by Whiteside. Johnson dishes to Richardson. Back to Johnson. It doesn't go for him. Gordon with the defensive effort. The pass to Augustine. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. Johnson's got the ball. Miami no good on that time either. Orlando's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Dragic.
All right, a chance to check out the stats for Nikola Vucevic. Great showing for him last season. He was around 16 points per last year. 9 rebounds and 3 assists. And when it all comes together for him, this is what he's capable of.
Yeah, this is what his coaches have been waiting for that light bulb to turn on. And right now, it is burning bright. He looks fantastic.
And it'll be Orlando with their first time out of the game right here. Brent, I know it's a long season, but there's something special about NBA opening night.
We do a great job of presenting that, too. Every year, there's just spectacular stuff going on all day long. So many people are fired up to get to the arena. People coming early, festive. You get your new gear on. You got the new colors, whatever the new shoes are. Everybody's got them on. Let's get fired up and throw it up.
You remember opening day, don't you? Especially as a rookie, I would assume. My goodness.
Of course, the very first opening day sticks with you the most. Mine happened to be with the Los Angeles Clippers when I was drafted by the Denver Nuggets, traded to L.A., but I do remember that day, and I still have that jersey, Kevin.
No kidding.
Well, it didn't get played all that much in the first game, but I still have it.
Here's Vucevic. Dion Waiters making his last shot. Outside Dragic. Great D that time from Vucevic.
You got to make that. The defense was far from terrible, but man, that's an easy shot.
Out of bounds. Miami takes possession.
All right, a chance to check out stats for DJ Augustine. Last season's performance for him, 15th in free throw percentage, and he was also extremely dependable behind the three-point line, finishing the season among the top 20 in three-point percentage.
And let's again give him credit for knocking down free throws at such a torrid pace. He was operating in a steady groove all last season. Now here's Richardson after the miss from Goran Dragic. Waiters outside, and the Heat another three.
It's a thing of beauty when it goes in. Waiters with his own style from deep.
There's the pick. Augustine passes to Vucevic. He kicks to Fournier. Here's Augustine. The Magic again can't hit.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Johnson, it's good. It's his second basket. He's shooting 2 for 4.
He's reliable, capitalizing on the inside. You have to keep Johnson from getting in that close.
Passes to Fournier. Gordon against Johnson. Pass to Augustine. Vucevic, a screen on Dragic. 6 on the shot clock. And Augustine kicks to Vucevic. Here's Gordon. And he can't bank that one in. The Heat leading by 7. To the inside. Takes it from 10. Orlando grabs the miss. Vucevic has got his 5th rebound in this one. It's Fournier on the wing. He's guarded by Waiters. Back to Fournier. Gordon with the screen for Fournier. Pass to Isaac to stop the run. Kept alive.
That's a nice tip, and you can't leave him alone on the offensive glass or he'll find a way to get to the ball.
Miami's gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. Dragic kicks to Waiters. Whiteside, high post for 3. Richardson. That shot is off target. That makes him 2 for 3. The Magic trail by 5. Here's Isaac. Got a piece of it.
Hard-nosed defender, and Josh Richardson using a little bit of that length from the wing position to deny that one.
Count it. Good.
Timeout, timeout.
That's 7 points for James Johnson.
The tenacity on that interior, just battling, bringing that effort and will for second chance points.
Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over.
Remember back in 2016, James Johnson signed a make-good contract with the Heat. He's transformed his body, going from about 274 to under 240. And in the following season, they rewarded him with a 4-year, $60 million deal.
Catching up on the changes for Orlando. Bamba is checked in for Vucevic. Terrence Ross comes in for Jonathan Isaac. Simmons checked in for Fournier. And it's Grant in for Augustine. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. And for James Johnson, losing all that weight seems to have unlocked his versatile, high-energy game, Greg.
Yeah, and this lower weight, Kevin, this guy's a wall of muscle. You combine that with the greater mobility, and now he possesses an athletic advantage most every night he takes the floor.
That free throw good from Ross. For a long time, the answer always seemed to be LeBron James. But it seems fair to ask now, who is the best single player in the NBA, in your opinion?
LeBron James.
Me too.
Didn't you just say his name?
I thought
it was
I
on
did.
my frontal
I was
lobe
thinking
here.
it, and I guess it came out.
We have so many great superstars, but after last year, his 15th season, LeBron James performing the way that he did, carrying his team back to the finals, there's just no doubt amongst peers, and we get a chance to watch him, Kevin. LeBron James is still the man in the NBA.
Ditto. Now here's Dragic. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Lob pass to Gordon, trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Dragic dishes to Olynyk. Back to Dragic. Lets it go from deep. Rebound by the Magic.
And you know what? You can't get a better screen. Frees him up beautifully, but he just fails to capitalize.
Oh, man, he'd love to have that one back. He just does everything right, but doesn't get the finish.
And with Mohamed Bamba, one of the first things you notice is that 7'9" wingspan. I mean, yeah, he's got to add more muscle on that frame, but he can use that reach already to make an impact at both ends.
That free throw. And with Bamba, in addition to his crazy length, you also get a player who's extremely smart.
How about getting scholarship offers from Ivy League schools, including Harvard? You can see him thinking on the court. He's deliberate in the things that he does. Bright, bright future ahead for him.
No luck that time either.
You know, the comparisons to Rudy Gobert are understandable. Bamba's insane reach really helps on both ends of the court.
And Goran Dragic, a slippery lefty out of Slovenia.
At his peak, a phenomenal offensive player. He doesn't hit that peak every season, though. And now in his 30s, we'll see how long he can extend his prime.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Two shots.
The first one falls. Goran Dragic started his career in Phoenix under the mentorship of Steve Nash.
Well, he still loves to push the pace and still loves to attack the paint. We'll see if he can be an effective player in his late 30s, the way that Steve Nash led his teams.
He's off on the second.
And while Dragic doesn't get to the free throw line all that often, when he does, he's usually pretty good.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
For Orlando, they have shot 67% from the line tonight, going for 6. And the first one at the line is good. So he picks up just one from the line that time. Kelly Olynyk, a brand nice pickup for the Miami Heat, 4 years and $50 million.
Well, thinking about a floor spacing big man, they like what they saw out of Kelly Olynyk in his brief time with the Boston Celtics. He's still young, has a chance to grow, but his skill set as a big is still eye-popping.
Now, here's Grant. Justice Winslow missing his last shot. Simmons on the wing. Ellington defending. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Grant. A second chance effort. Rebound by the Heat. Outside Dragic. Here's Adebayo. A second chance effort. And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Brent, as we take a look at lineups around the NBA, teams trying to go with 5 highly skilled players at once. Where does that leave the traditional big?
Well, most teams just don't have one now, Kevin. I mean, they're just not on the roster.
They're hard to find, yeah.
Well, they're hard to find, but there just aren't many out there. So a lot of teams just elect not to have one. And what we're seeing over the course of the last couple years is the matchups when all of a sudden a Whiteside is going to see a Drummond, or you're going to see all of a sudden Valanciunas play against DeAndre Jordan. It's usually because you have one, we'll play ours kind of mentality.
Gordon hits both of them. The Heat leading by 3. They set the pick. Dragic the pass to Olynyk. Dragic against Grant. Here's Adebayo. And Bamba pulls it down.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
And the basket by Gordon.
This guy is so tough to guard. He feels like he could take any challenge that the defense is going to throw at him.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Jaren Grant. That's foul number 2 for him. Grant against Dragic. And the officials call a traveling violation. And a look now at the 4 areas where shots can come from. The paint, mid-range, and shots from deep, all broken down for Orlando.
And they've been avoiding those deep threes. They're capable of knocking those shots down from long range, but so far they've really been reluctant to let it fly from that free throw line extended three-point shot. And just throw it up there. I mean, Bamba, as long as you time the pass right, he's going to flush that one down.
And that Unleash Chaos replay presented by Under Armour. Hover Havoc, giving us a chance to relive that exciting play.
Yeah, a bit frigid to begin this one. Just can't make anything to get the game started.
The Magic have shot 70% from the free throw line tonight, 7 for 10.
And going back a season ago, they were a pretty average team at the line, about 76% altogether.
And he makes the first.
Yeah, a lot of whistles here early, as well as foul trouble starting to be an issue.
Whiteside's checked in for the Heat. So he gets them both. The Heat trail by 3. Outside Dragic, kicks to Olynyk. Poked away, and that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession. So it's Miami now. A shot by Ellington, no good.
It's a little bit forced. No reason for it either. The defense was not even in the frame.
And Whiteside sends it back.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
Now here's Dragic. Five to shoot. Trying to get back on track. The shot, no good.
Wow, huge sigh of relief for the defense on that possession. Cannot give mid-range shooters any space like that to operate.
And so it's Aaron Gordon making things happen for Orlando. His work on the glass was outstanding in that quarter. Great rebounding. We'll get right back to the action when we return. Well, it's been a tight one so far as we get the second quarter going back here. And guys, for the Magic, what jumps out to you so far, numbers-wise?
Cleaning the glass. I mean, right from the jump. And that really helped them to set the tone.
I think you said it. If you start off playing physical, Greg, there's kind of the attention of the referees and the opponent that they're coming at them all night long.
Here are the Magic now. 3-point lead. And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the floor for Miami, Dragic and Ellington are together in the backcourt. Olynyk down low with Whiteside. And it's Winslow in at the 3 slot.
You see Justice Winslow get into that low defensive stance. Signals kind of like he did at Duke, slap the floor and be ready for a defensive possession.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Winslow. And Winslow about 6'7", 225. But Brent, it seems like he plays a lot bigger.
Yeah, it does feel like that sometimes. He gets lots of minutes at the power forward position and tries to rebound like a 4. And when he gets it, he can rip it down and run it up the court.
And so he makes both from the line. Orlando leading. Grant outside. And stolen by Whiteside. Shoots over Bamba. The kick out to Dragic. Olynyk with it. And it's Gordon picking him up. Olynyk sets a screen for Winslow. 6 on the shot clock. It's deflected.
The main weapon in Bamba's attack, the slender long arms he possesses, helps him block lots of shots.
The Heat shooting 23% from the field. That's not going to get it done. Down low, there's Winslow. Orlando grabs the miss. Bamba's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Gordon with no one around. He sticks that one in from 20 feet away. Gordon's got 10 points. The Heat trail by 3. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Screen by Olynyk. Ellington kicks to Dragic. And again, it's the Heat missing. Orlando, they've gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Gordon, the pass to Grant. Doesn't go that time. The Heat go the other way with it. The pass to Whiteside. And the jam by Whiteside.
Some guys have a hard time finding their teammates in those possessions. Dragic is always looking to dish to get it to the open man.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, guys, Hassan Whiteside continues to develop. Now, Miami coach Eric Spoelstra said it's got nothing to do with his stats. He's going to do that no matter what. It's about making winning plays and caring more about his teammates than he cares about himself. Now he can lead in a different way because he has the respect of the locker room. Kevin?
Terrific, D.A. Thank you. The Heat trail by 4. To the paint, here's Whiteside. The layup missed.
Like the tactics on defense there, refusing to give the shooter the easy layup at the rim.
Here's Gordon. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
All right, a chance to check out the stats for Simmons. How he did last season. Averaged about 14 points, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. And he can play some valuable minutes on the wing for this team.
I just want to kick back and lounge here because when this guy's hot, it's a love story. And when he's cold, it's a nightmare. So sit back, get your popcorn. Let's see what he does.
He misses the free throw. DJ Augustine's checked in for the Magic. Dion Waiters checked in for Miami. Good on the second free throw. The Heat trail by 5. Screen by Olynyk. And Waiters kicks to Whiteside. Winslow against Ross. Waiters outside. 6 to shoot. Over Simmons. And too long on the shot.
I love the anticipation defensively there to get into the perfect spot.
Offensive rebound. Nice shot there by Bamba. Bamba's got his second bucket tonight.
Yeah, and this is something Bamba does so well. Unbelievable recognition and timing to come up with offensive rebounds.
Now here's Olynyk. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Dion Waiters, Brent, with the game that evokes a lot of different opinions.
Well, count the Miami Heat in that group. They've seen the potential. They rewarded him for that potential. Now we just got to see him on the floor on a consistent basis.
Two shots.
First one falls for him. And Dion Waiters, midway through last season, finally had season-ending surgery on his left ankle. He had been trying to manage that injury since the season prior.
Yeah, and ended up losing out on a bonus of over $1 million, which was contingent on him playing 70 games. His play had fallen off, though, so quite possible he needed that surgery even before he suffered the setback.
And both free throws good for Waiters.
We know about him being the 4th overall pick in the draft, and Waiters still trying to find a role on this team.
And the dunk by Bamba.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Waiters dishes to Ellington. Johnson the screen. Richardson gets a wide open look. Again, the miss by the Heat. Orlando leading by 7. Passes it to Augustine. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. And it's Whiteside off the drive. Kicks it out to Richardson. Whiteside, a screen on Fournier. Here's Waiters. The shot will not fall. Nice D from Fournier.
And you know what? He's just not on his game. No doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team. Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Now here's Waiters. 7 points in the game. Johnson outside. Stolen by Bamba. He kicks it to Augustine. There's the call on James Johnson. That is his first foul of the game. Pass to Isaac. The feet to Vucevic. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there. This is his first chance at the line tonight.
And how about a year ago? 82% on his foul shot, so he was reliable when he went to the line.
No good on the free throw.
And head coach Eric Spoelstra always looking for different perspectives, looking to tweak and change certain things and constantly learning. That's a growth mindset. We hear him talk about that a lot, and it's something that he encourages not only his staff to do, but his players as well.
And that trip coming up empty, missing both. And Spoelstra assigns assistants to read books, attend clinics, and bring back reports. Always looking for new insights.
Yep, lots of paperwork on that Miami Heat coaching staff. They keep daily notes on on everything from basketball to the big picture around the team. Stats, quotes, questions, all inspirational stuff. So anything they can draw a competitive advantage on or keep things positive, Spo's looking to do that.
Bam Adebayo is checked in for Whiteside. Here's Bamba. He's got 10. Looking to get back on track here. Vucevic with the bucket.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
The Heat trail by 9. Now here's Waiters. There's a good screen. It's Richardson on the wing. Shot clock at 6. Shoots over Isaac. Richardson, no luck.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
And the dunk by Bamba.
And how about the 9'6" standing reach Bamba has? I mean, it's unguardable this close. Dunks it with such ease.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game.
Yeah, you know, some of it's shot selection, some just bad luck, and they just can't get anything going.
Well, coming out of the timeout, let's see if they go for the outside shot or if they look to go inside, try to build some confidence by seeing that ball go in.
The Heat trail by 11. Here's the screen. Here's Richardson. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That one on Vucevic.
Amazing how much James Johnson gets leaned on for what Miami wants to do offensively. Out of Wake Forest, a very versatile 6'8" forward, and plays a ton of positions for Eric Spoelstra.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Richardson. It just seems like James Johnson has some point forward in his game. What do you think, Brent?
I think that Eric Spoelstra has just championed that part of his game and trusts him to make the right decisions. And when your teammates have that kind of confidence in your playmaking ability, sometimes the opportunities for you to make the right pass, they grow.
And Richardson drops them both.
And getting to the line and hitting your free throws, a good way to get back into the game. It stops the clock and extends the game and allows you the opportunity to set your defense. They've been perfect from the line so far here in the second quarter.
Now here is Augustine. He has 5. There's the call on James Johnson. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
Bamba kicks to Isaac. Now here is Augustine. Ellington defending. 4 on the clock. Off the pick. That one off the back iron and out. The Heat trail by 9. Richardson with it. 9 points in the game so far. Here's Waiters. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And Josh Richardson at the University of Tennessee was a pre-med student, plans on becoming a surgeon. But when the NBA became a possibility, he said he had to switch to an easier major.
And instead of spending 4 hours a day studying, he put that time into the gym. A terrific defender in college, was the 2-time All-SEC defensive player. And with the newfound focus on basketball, he has blossomed as a scorer.
Shooting 2.
Free throw, good. Waiters.
Well, it's interesting to watch him because he's putting his body on the line to get to the line. We didn't see this during the first quarter, but he's making up for it here.
And both free throws good for Waiters. Orlando leading by 7. Pick by Vucevic. Here's Augustine. The rebound by Johnson. Johnson's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. To the paint. It's tipped. Isaac with the steal. Here we go. 1-on-1. Here's Augustine. Scores for only the 2nd time tonight. Now 2 for 6 from the field.
And made only about a quarter of their shots in the first. Totally flat, but they bounced back and built a lead here with a much better second quarter.
Now here's Richardson. He's got 9. Ellington kicks to Richardson. 3-pointer. Orlando grabs the miss.
A good job by him on the glass here tonight. +8 in that department.
They get the rebound. Vucevic. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark.
Just not his night so far, guys.
Stolen by Bamba. Here's Augustine. He has 7. And the dunk by Bamba.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
Well, it fires up your teammates and the fans when you make plays like that out in the open court and explosive.
And it's the Heat with the ball following the bucket by Orlando. Richardson for 3, but they recover it. Johnson gets the bucket.
Just a nice job of sniffing one out right there. Would love to see Johnson try to get a few more of those freebies.
Up top, Fournier. He's guarded by Waiters. Fournier passes to Augustine. It's tipped. Here's Vucevic. It's Adebayo with the rebound.
I like the defensive effort. They did a good job altering the mid-range shot and then making the shooter feel a bit uneasy.
For 3, Richardson, and that's a foul. It's called on Wayne Ellington. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. And the Heat making a change here. Dragic is checked in. Orlando leading by 9. Now Augustine. He has 7. Bamba setting the pick for Augustine. He'll take his 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the game right here.
And I know he was pleased with his foul shooting last year. How about 87% from the line?
A free throw drops for Augustine. Both free throws good from Augustine. The Heat trail by 11. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And the Heat call time here. One of the stories here, Mohamed Bamba getting it done today.
Absolutely on fire. They need to regroup and figure out a way to slow his roll. Taking a look here at some numbers for Dion Waiters. Last season's performance for him. Last season, put up about 14 points a game, 3 assists and 2 rebounds. And guys, no question, he's a guy with some talent. But honestly, even he'd like to see those numbers improve.
From all the whispers that we've heard, he's been working hard on his game. It just has not showed up yet in the box score.
Good ball movement here by the Magic. And Augustine kicks to Vucevic. The dish to Fournier. Lock at 6. Over Waiters. The shot's good from Fournier. Fournier's got his first points in this one.
And that mid-range spot is so sweet for him. And they can't afford to be that careless. They need him out there on the floor, so he has to avoid fouling again in this period.
5th team foul. At the line for the Heat.
2 shots.
Goran Dragic. Taking 2 shots.
Free throw drops for Goran Dragic.
And Dragic came into the NBA with something on his resume that not many other rookies have. He has a ring from winning the Slovenian Pro League the year before he came to America.
Catching up on the changes for Orlando. Aaron Gordon, he's checking in for Bamba. Ross comes in for Isaac. Jonathan Simmons is checked in for Fournier. And it's Jaren Grant in for Augustine.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Here's Gordon. Goran Dragic grabs the board. Dragic has got 3 rebounds now in this one.
Hey, even though he's been off, the team's still winning, so the hope is that he's going to get going.
So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
And Jonathan Simmons, the explosive wing player, went undrafted but has earned a spot in the NBA after a strong couple of years in the G League. Now he's established himself as a potent offensive player.
First. And for Simmons, when he was in the G League, he developed, Greg, his playmaking.
Yeah, spent some time at point guard at that level, and I think it helps him in terms of finding ways to create shots for himself. He's definitely, though, at his best when the ball is in his hands. Not so much a spot-up player, but he can create offense for a team in a hurry.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. 1:44 left to play here in the half. And Waiters kicks to Winslow. They get it back. Olynyk, and there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time.
Often you find him out on the wing, but Olynyk seizing the opportunity to go inside and dig out that extra possession.
Now here's Vucevic, and Winslow pulls it down. Adebayo passes to Dragic. Some solid defense from Grant.
Well, both him and the team seem to be off their game right now, and the frustration is clearly mounting as the clock is winding down.
And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
That's his second personal foul. Team's independent. Kelly Olynyk. Taking 2 shots.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. And so Olynyk nails both of them. Here's Grant. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Picked by Vucevic. Grant kicks to Vucevic. Fader on the way. Another miss by Vucevic.
You know, not sure if it's him or the defense, but just something's off tonight.
Well, something in this frame for sure, but when you're out of rhythm, sometimes it's better to play the role of being the facilitator. But his struggles are consuming the rest of the team here tonight. He's got to find his rhythm and find it fast.
And since the first quarter, we've seen them ease off on that long-range affair, and frankly, that's probably a good idea.
Now here's Dragic. And Waiters has it in the corner. Shot clock at 5, and there's the 3-second violation.
Trying to cut into this lead, bad time for a miscue.
Yeah, they may have some ants in the pants right here. You just have to take what the defense gives you.
Dragic against Grant. Pass to Vucevic. Rebound by the Heat. Olynyk's got his 6th rebound on the night. That's good, and the Orlando lead is cut down to just 10 points on the bucket from Dragic.
Really nice to see Dragic explore that aspect of his game. The catch-and-shoot J is simply deadly.
And so it's Orlando going into the break with a 10-point lead. And they've done a phenomenal job down low, so many of their points coming right at the rim. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Kevin, thank you. Aaron, you all have played at a high level so far. What has worked for you?
We're just sticking to the game plan. You know, our coaches really drew up something good for us. You know, they wrote it out, and we're sticking to it, and we're executing very well.
Yeah, that's obvious the way you all have played. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. Mohamed Bamba led the way in the first half. He had 14 points, 9 rebounds, and 2 steals. His last game out, he was just not himself. But tonight, he has rounded right back into form with a very solid first half. Shaq, what'd you think about the Magic?
Well, what's really shifted the game in their favor has been their rebounding. They got a good edge on the board, and that's a product of their hard work. All 5 guys been battling, putting everything they have to fight on the glass. That needs to remain the focus for 2 more quarters if they want to hang on to that lead.
Kenny, what'd you think about Miami?
I think they're giving this game away because of their turnovers. I mean, you may not control everything that happens out there, but you do control how much you value each possession. I think coming out of the break, they need to be more efficient to close the gap in the score.
And it's just about time now for the third quarter to get underway.
Welcome back, folks. The downtown skyline of Orlando, Florida, looking especially striking tonight. All right, the second half beginning in just a moment. And guys, you know, Mohamed Bamba has really been making it happen.
And through 2 quarters, surprising how aggressive he was offensively.
You know what? That guy's not going to hurt us. Don't worry about him. Boom. Supporting role, and then he puts some points on you. They better make an adjustment.
Orlando leading by 10. Inside, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Augustine and Fournier are in the backcourt. And it's Isaac in at the small forward position. That's who's out there for Orlando. And Miami shooting around 24%. Not a good showing here. Johnson, the pass to Dragic. Heat moving the ball around. Johnson down low. He's against Gordon. Gets it down to single digits. Johnson's got the first bucket of the third here for Miami. And Fournier kicks to Gordon. Over Johnson. Johnson with the block.
Well, if you can use that athleticism on offense, why not try it on defense? James Johnson putting his 7'1" wingspan to great use.
Magic shooting 31%, not looking sharp offensively to say the least. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Augustine against Dragic. Down to 5 on the shot clock. They get a hand on it. It's stolen by Dragic. Now here's Richardson. Defense is right there. It's hauled in by the Magic. Gordon's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Fournier, and he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
And very little fight put up by the defense as he made his way to the bucket for the jam.
They did seem to take the cautious approach, Greg, when it came to defending that one. You're right.
When you're playing from behind, you cannot let your opponent have things that are that easy. And that was easy.
Richardson the pass to Waiters. Shot clock at 6. Whiteside, a screen on Fournier. Shots good by Waiters.
Well, a little bit of help there from his friends. Waiters does a good job of rubbing his man off of that screen.
And here's Augustine. He's got 9. And Waiters kicks to Whiteside. And yes, it's good. Whiteside's got 5 points so far.
That's a gorgeous assist. Outstanding at finding his guys in the spots where they want the basketball.
lets it go from 14.
Yeah, they got to hope to turn it on soon. 1 of 4 so far, and they know they got to be better.
Isaac with the steal. For the finish. And it's Gordon with the finish.
Take a look at Isaac there, just patrolling the passing lanes, outstanding at knowing when to anticipate that pass.
That instant replay brought to you by Under Armour Hover Habit, giving us a chance to relive the unleashing of chaos that time. Gets the pass to Waiters. Right side a screen. And it's Jonathan Isaac with the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Fournier against Waiters. In the corner, it's Richardson. 5 on the clock. Right side a screen. Richardson, no luck.
Well, he's using the force, but in the worst way possible right now. He just needs to dial it back and look to work the ball around the floor to his teammates.
Johnson outside. Kicks to Dragic. They set the pick. Johnson outside. The putback. It's good on the putback.
Yeah, some of the best centers in the league understand every aspect of the offense and where shots are coming from. And Whiteside positioned himself well for that one.
Now here's Fournier. Deflects the pass. Here's Vucevic. Here's Gordon. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. The Heat trail by 6. There's Dragic with the 3. Good on the triple. Dragic has got 7.
Well, he did not think twice. Firing away, Dragic knocks down and sinks the 3 ball.
Pick by Vucevic. And Fournier kicks to Isaac. And here we go with Waiters running it up the court. And that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist. Dragic has got 3 assists tonight. Fournier against Waiters. Outside Fournier. And it's blocked by Whiteside. And they get it back. And the pass to Richardson. Shoots over Fournier. And it's Miami with another.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Hassan Whiteside, a max player for the Miami Heat. But I've heard some analysts say, Brent, that they question whether he's a Miami Heat type of player. Why is that?
Well, the Heat are built around a pretty much maniacal work ethic. There's a lot of grinders. And you look at Whiteside as a draft prospect. He worked out for the Heat and actually walked out midway through a workout, yet they stuck with him, they kept tabs on him, and they brought him in, and they've paid him handsomely to be out there and be impactful. That's got to be on a nightly basis.
Gordon kicks to Isaac from outside the arc. The shot misses. Here's Miami now. They're on a 15-4 run. Now here's Richardson. He's covered by Isaac, and it's Jonathan Isaac with the foul. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
I don't know if you push the panic button now, but that's the 4th personal, and he needs to stay aggressive out there. So going to be interesting to see how he plays moving forward.
Jonathan Simmons is checked in for Orlando. Jaron Grant comes in for DJ Augustine. Adebayo is checked in for Miami. Winslow comes in for Richardson. And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession.
Playing with lots of energy here, trying to cause turnovers.
Yeah, even though he doesn't come up with the steal, that kind of deflection will disrupt the rhythm of this offensive possession.
Here's Whiteside.
And the massive size of Bamba, it can be intimidating. When he enters your peripheral, he alters shots by his mere presence.
Now a timeout called by Orlando.
Yeah, it's a good time to talk things over. Try to stop what's been a brutal run.
Yeah, he's got to use every device at his disposal at this point, and I think he wants to give other guys a breather right now.
Taking a look here at the numbers for Dragic. Last year, getting it done. Put up about 17 points a game. 4 assists and 4 rebounds. And just look at those scoring totals. He's been doing what he does best, putting points on the board.
His instincts naturally are to score the basketball. That ability to find the creases in the defense is something you just don't teach, and it's awesome. And when the D is this non-existent, it's pretty easy for shooters. Fishing with dynamite.
Right side a screen. That one falls. 9 points for Goran Dragic.
Dragic is a solid shooter, especially from the mid-range area on the floor.
Grant down low. He's guarded by Dragic. Nice shot there by Bamba.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Pass to Whiteside. Ellington with it. Out guarded by Simmons. Fournier against Whiteside. The tray. No good from Dragic. Orlando's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Fournier's shot is off.
And that's a rare sight. Usually shooters make the defense pay when they're that lackadaisical.
Whiteside, no good. The Magic shooting just 33% in the second half so far. They need to look at more high-quality shots. Winslow against Fournier. Right at the free throw line. Here's Whiteside. And Bamba pulls it down. Bamba's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Can't connect from short range.
The defensive reaction time, it was just immediate on that one.
And sometimes the most important part of that is the angle that the defender chooses. That time, he chose wisely.
Now here's Dragic. 9 points in the game so far. They grabbed their own miss. Good ball movement here by Miami. Ball's knocked loose. But he gets it back. Here's Grant. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. It's Fournier on the wing. In the corner, it's Gordon. And he's good on the 3-ball.
Well, the defense very attentive to him in the first quarter, but he's finally gotten loose in the second and making them pay.
Winslow, the pass to Ellington. Winslow kicks to Dragic. Whiteside sets the pick for Dragic. Shot off the pick, and he knocks down the jumper. Dragic has got 7 points here in this quarter.
And he's shaking off that slow start, giving them a boost here in the second.
Winslow against Fournier. Grant outside. Clock at 6. Lob pass to Gordon, and it's Gordon finishing it off. 7 lead changes now, and we're just in the third quarter.
Yeah, frustrating for a coach, but it's great to watch as a fan.
Miami trailer. Pass to Winslow. Whiteside, a screen on Fournier. There's Winslow. And it's slammed in by Whiteside. And that's a double-double for him now. 11 points and 14 rebounds.
And the presence of Whiteside in the paint, really unreal. He is a dominant figure down low. Great work to grab that second chance opportunity.
Now here's Fournier. 7 points in the game. Shoots over Winslow. And the shot no good, a bit short. Miami's gone 1 of 4 in 3-point shots here in the third. Whiteside, the pass to Dragic. Ellington kicks to Dragic. Whiteside, a screen on Grant. No good from Dragic. Orlando's gone into the 3-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. The Heat with the lead. Whiteside dishes to Ellington. Pick outside Dragic. Whiteside sets the pick for Dragic. It's Adebayo, top of the key. Whiteside got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. Magic shooting only 32% from the field. Plenty of signs of struggle by this offense today. And that one drops.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Rockets the pass to Whiteside. Outside Dragic. Back to Whiteside. And the shot goes in. Whiteside's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
You have to do a lot of things defensively to prevent Hassan Whiteside from scoring. He is just an Adonis out there. Look at that body, and still gets those shots to go like he did there.
A great competitive game so far.
And from the look of it, this one could go right down to the wire.
The Magic making a switch here. Ross is checked in. The Heat also changing it up. Kelly Olynyk's checked in for Whiteside. And Dion Waiters subbed in for Wayne Ellington.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And that one misses.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Here's Waiters. Simmons with the defensive effort.
And you got to give him credit there. Great effort to contest that shot.
Well, I love the fact that they put the security system on their house, protecting the paint there.
Now here's Ross. He's got 6. Off the screen. Nice touch on the bank shot. Ross has got 8.
He used that screen to perfection and got a wide open look to knock down the jumper.
Outside Dragic. Waiters on the wing. No good from outside. 3 quarters of play in a close game here. Magic out in front. They're up by 3. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. Head coach Eric Spoelstra mic'd up along the sideline. Let's check it out.
Trust it. Good to great. Good to great. Don't settle for average shots. Move it.
Well, Coach Spo instructing his guys, Greg, to just take great shots.
I mean, no reason to rush into a bad shot, especially with 24 seconds to work with.
Welcome back as we get rolling once more. The fourth quarter right ahead in what's been a very well-contested game. And for Miami, look at who they've got out there. Dragic and Waiters, they're the backcourt. Adebayo is out there with Josh Richardson. And it's Olynyk in at the 5, down low. Here's Augustine. Dion Waiters making his last shot. And it's Dion Waiters with the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Johnson, he's checked in for the Heat. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time.
The turnover total in the first half, only 1, but a totally different story here in the second.
And Miami has possession. Johnson the screen. Olynyk a screen on Simmons. Pass to Olynyk. Dragic with it. Richardson kicks to Waiters. Shot clock at 6. Misses the 3.
Well, he made 1 3 in the first half, but he hasn't found a way to connect again from outside during the second.
It's stolen by Dragic. Olynyk sets a screen for Dragic. And the pass to Olynyk. That's in, coming off an assist from Dragic. 7 points for Kelly Olynyk.
Yeah, listen, if you're 7 foot and can shoot threes, there's a place for you in today's NBA. Olynyk has that rare combination.
Now here's Ross. Vucevic a screen on Richardson. Ross passes to Augustine. Shot clock at 5. And Kelly Olynyk is going to pick up the foul. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. And they call an illegal screen here. And here's what the schedule for Orlando looks like. On Friday, they'll host the Charlotte Hornets. And then on Saturday, they'll be facing Joel Embiid and the Philadelphia 76ers.
And for that matchup with the Blazers, they won't have much room for error in that one. A team like this will punish mistakes, but I could see them walking away with this one.
There's Dragic with the three. Good on the three-point shot. And the Heat lead by 5. Now it appears an injury out on the floor, and that does not look like any fun.
And this would be a terrible blow. Hopefully it's less serious than it looks.
Well, looking at his face right there, you can tell he's in a lot of pain, and there's a lot of trepidation right now on that team's sideline.
Wayne Ellington's checked in for Goran Dragic. Here are the Magic now. They have yet to put up any points here in the fourth. Now here is Augustine. He's tightly guarded. Here's Isaac. And again, unable to change momentum here. Johnson kicks to Richardson. And it's sent back by Isaac.
Oh, how about the read from the young fella? Isaac is dependable at anticipating when to go for the block.
Passes it to Augustine. Dishes it to Vucevic. That's in. Augustine with the assist. Augustine's got 3 assists now in this one. The Heat leading by 3. Waiters outside. Olynyk sets a screen for Waiters. And there's another one for the Heat.
Dion Waiters wants to score and wants to score often.
Now here's Simmons. He kicks it to Augustine. Picked by Vucevic. 6 on the shot clock. Tries it from 9. That's in, and the Miami lead is cut down to 3 points on the bucket from Augustine.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Richardson against Ross. That one wide left.
And listen, you can't design a play any better to get a look that good. Just couldn't knock it down.
The best players know that is going to happen, and you just can't let it get into your head. It's a shot that you want to take.
Now here's Olynyk after the miss from Vucevic. Johnson, that's for 2. The shot off that time, and Orlando will come the other way. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. That'll be the latter half of this 2-game homestand. The Heat leading by 3. Kicks it to Waiters. Over Simmons. And again, it's the Heat missing. Orlando, they've gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Augustine passes to Simmons. Ellington grabs the miss. Miami's gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Johnson gets the bucket.
They're great outside shooting, really fueling this run. They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Augustine dishes to Ross. To the inside. Here's Simmons. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Olynyk, a screen on Augustine. Johnson kicks to Richardson. Here's Olynyk. And it's off the back rim. No good.
He's been a little bit disappointing in this game. However, his team has his back. We need a little bit more help from him.
And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the rack.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
Especially in a game that is this close, every possession counting. That was just one side wanting it more than the other.
And the Heat making a change here. Johnson's checked in. Off the inbound, and Olynyk with the basket on the assist by Johnson. Johnson's got 3 assists tonight. The Magic trail by 4. Augustine with it. Kicks to Vucevic. Now here's Isaac. Richardson covering. Shot clock at 6. And that one's good. Simmons.
Love to see the resolve from an offensive player after a disappointing first half. He's been terrific here in the second.
Johnson, the pass to Waiters. To the inside. And then Johnson with the dunk.
Well, known for his athleticism, Johnson can sneak up on you, and that time, that dunk looking second nature.
Augustine against Johnson. Augustine dishes to Vucevic. Over Olynyk. Rebound by the Heat.
Oof, rough game offensively. He's really struggled and really probably why they're trailing.
Johnson gets the bucket.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Picked by Vucevic. Ross passes to Simmons. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in.
Now he's put on a shooting display here in the second half. He really seems to be in a great groove right now.
Johnson outside. Screen by Olynyk. Ross with the steal. Looking to end his cold spell. And with that, the Heat lead is cut down to just 1 on the basket from Vucevic. Johnson outside. Isaac with the steal. Oh, and here we go. Isaac's got the fast break chance. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Augustine's got 4 points in the quarter.
I tell you, Isaac has great vision for a big man. Can see over defenders easily thanks to that size.
Now here's Richardson. Pass to Johnson. 6 on the shot clock. A fader. Simmons pulls it in. Simmons got his 3rd rebound tonight. Here's Vucevic. Orlando getting another chance here. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Johnson. Aaron Gordon is checking in for Ross. Whiteside's checked in for Miami. Justice Winslow comes in for Johnson. Gordon kicks to Vucevic. Another miss by Vucevic.
He usually knocks those shots down with ease. Defense got very fortunate there as they gave him way too much room to get that one off.
Now here's Winslow. Whiteside sets the pit for Winslow. Clock at 6 and out of bounds as the Magic will gain possession. Rodney McGruder's checked in for the Heat. Orlando's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. Raiders against Augustine. Six on the shot clock. Simmons a screen on Waiters. 3-pointer Augustine.
And I bet you'll never see too many guys who can put forth an effort on the boards like this one.
Yeah, just scanning the box score and looking at the rebound total tonight, I don't believe it. Shows the absolute passion he has for that part of the game.
And Isaac really continues to intrigue you. A 6'10" forward who's just got great agility and can be a nightmare in transition.
Shooting 2. Jonathan Isaac.
Shooting 2.
That's good from Isaac. Jones checked in for Rodney McGruder. Good on both. The Heat trail by 3. Now a timeout called by Miami.
And he could tell his guys were dragging a little bit, calling timeout to kind of let them catch their breath.
Chance now to recognize our Jordan player of the game, Mohamed Bamba.
And his focus, guys, has been laser sharp, and his touch from the field, flawless. The teammates have worked hard to get him the ball in some good positions, and boy, has he rewarded them with a spectacular shooting performance. Great call to keep running all those sets for him.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, during the last break, I listened to Eric Spoelstra address the team. He told them, don't look at the scoreboard. It's 0-0. One play at a time. Execute the game plan. That's how we're going to win this game. Kevin is trying to keep him focused.
A chance here to get a quick injury report. Now an update on Goran Dragic from our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. David, what'd you find out?
Hey, guys, I got an update from the head athletic trainer of the Heat, and the news is not good. Right now, it looks like a broken ankle with additional damage to the surrounding connective tissue. That's the type of injury that won't only keep him out the rest of this game, but what could be a lot more games to come. Not good news at all for this team, Kevin.
Appreciate that, D.A. Well, it's never easy for a player to go through what he's experiencing, Greg, right now.
But it is something that happens to almost every player. He's strong enough mentally to get through it. This we know.
Sometimes off the court, you work harder than you do preparing for a regular game. He'll get himself ready to go. Look forward to when he gets back on the court.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Gordon. The Heat trail by 6. Ellington, another miss, and they desperately need a bucket.
Yeah, it just seems whatever they do, nothing's working right now to stop the bleeding.
I still think there's a chance you string a couple of big plays together and the tide can turn very quickly.
Now here's Waiters. Over Simmons. Again, the miss by the Heat.
And that's really a function of the offense not working as it should.
Yeah, maybe lazy play calling or just going through the motions on that possession. This often leads to a bad shot.
And stolen by Gordon. Outside, Simmons. Over Waiters. No good from Simmons. Miami's gone 3 of 4 from downtown here in the 4th. Here's Johnson. Gordon with the defensive effort.
The defensive reaction time, it was just immediate on that one.
Sometimes the most important part of that is the angle that the defender chooses. That time, he chose wisely.
Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Step back shot, and that misses everything.
And getting a hand in the shooter's face, locking down that in-between area.
Just taking on the challenge on every possession. I love defenders who give nothing away.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Shooting 2.
Good on the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So he gets them both, and it's an 8-point game. Timeout called the Heat. They're trailing by 8. 27 seconds left to play in the final quarter. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Richardson for 3. Augustine grabs the board.
And a really smart defender there. He just reads the play, wastes no time trying to blow it up.
And what I like best is that he does it completely under control. Really gives the shooter nowhere to turn to.
so it's Orlando winning this one. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step in becoming a good team is your ability to win at home. And they really seem to revel in that opportunity, and this is what they came out to do.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. With Evan Fournier. Hey, Evan, does a win like tonight's against this kind of competition show you how far you've come as a team?
Yeah, sure. You know, we obviously showing progress, but we want to be a very good team. We are very ambitious.
Nothing wrong with a little ambition, Evan. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. That concludes the first game of the NBA season. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you later.